Hi everyone, and welcome to F-Bomb Friday. I am your host, Tracy Preston, along with my husband, Todd. Hey, hon.
Hey, baby.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Let's hit it! On today's episode, we are diving into one of Michigan's creepiest, most hair-raising legends. In previous shows, we talked about Bigfoot, and we also talked about the Dog Man. But there's another creature said to stalk the skies over the Great Lakes, and this one has a reputation for showing up right before disaster strikes. They call it the Michigan Mothman, a towering winged figure with glowing red eyes that cut through the darkness like burning coals. Witnesses described it gliding over highways, swooping silently through forests, and even standing on the shoreline of Lake Michigan itself. And wherever it appears, bad luck seems to follow. Sometimes in the form of accidents, tragedies, or worse. Now, is it a flesh and blood creature, a supernatural omen, or just the imagination of people who look a little too long into the shadows? That's what makes this story so fascinating, because every time you think it's another campfire tale, along comes another sighting, another strange encounter, another whisper that maybe, just maybe, something really is out there. So, grab a drink, dim the lights, and get comfortable, because today we are taking a deep dive into the eerie, bone-chilling mystery of the Michigan Mothman. Have you ever felt the sensation of being watched? Not by a person, but by something else. Something that lurks just beyond the reach of the streetlight. Something that makes the hair on the back of your neck stand up, even when you can't explain why. In Michigan, whispers of such a creature have echoed through small towns, back roads, and lakeshore communities for decades. This creature is a winged, red-eyed phantom that has haunted the Great Lakes state with sightings as chilling as the winter winds that whip across Lake Michigan. This is not your ordinary campfire tale. The Michigan Mothman is more than a shadowy figure in the dark. It's legend soaked in mystery, a creature said to be an omen of disaster and harbinger of doom. Witnesses describe it as towering, winged, and utterly inhuman, with piercing crimson eyes that glow in the night. Some say it watches from the treetops. Others swear they've seen it gliding silently over highways, its wings unfurled against the moonlit sky. But what makes this story so compelling is not just the terror it inspires, it's the timing. Again and again, sightings of the Mothman seem to occur just before tragedy strikes, whether it's a bridge collapse, a mysterious fire, or some personal misfortune. The creature's presence feels like a warning, one that no one wants to receive. Legends don't always stay in one place. Sometimes they travel. Sometimes they follow us. Most people know the name Mothman, the winged, red-eyed creature that haunted the small town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, back in the 1960s. A monster, or maybe a messenger, appeared before tragedy struck, before the collapse of the Silver Bridge that claimed 46 lives. But what if I told you the Mothman didn't stay in West Virginia? What if I told you that Michigan, our own state of lakes, forest, and forgotten roads, has been haunted by something just like it? Our story of the Michigan Mothman begins in the late 1960s and early 70s, not long after the Mothman frenzy in Point Pleasant. In Dexter and Ann Arbor, people started talking. Young couples out driving late at night claim that a dark winged figure swept across their windshields, blotting out the stars for just a second before vanishing into the trees. Some said it was nothing more than a huge owl. To be honest, Michigan is home to great horned owls. They have piercing yellow eyes that glow in headlights. But others swore it was no bird. They described a man-sized shape, wings stretched wide, its eyes burning red instead of gold. One account tells of a group of college students who pulled their car over along a wooded road outside of Ann Arbor. The night was quiet, too quiet. Then came the sound of branches snapping overhead. As they turned their flashlights upward, they caught sight of a figure clinging to the treetops, its wings tucked around its body like a shroud. They barely had time to scream before it unfolded those massive wings and lifted into the night, leaving nothing behind but silence and the overwhelming certainty that what they had seen was not of this world. Skeptics at the time dismissed the claims, quote, just hysteria, a spillover from the national attention on Point Pleasant. But to witnesses, their voices shaking, their stories too consistent. Those nights in Dexter and Ann Arbor were burned into memory. It was the first whisper that the Mothman had come north. Decades passed. The whispers of Ann Arbor and Dexter faded into rumor until the 1990s when the Mothman returned. Where, you may be wondering? Well, south of Lansing, near the small town of Mason. A man was driving down a deserted stretch of road late at night, his headlights cut through the dark, reflecting only trees and the occasional mile marker. Then, out of nowhere, a figure appeared in the beam of his lights. He slammed on the brakes. Standing in the middle of the road was a man-shaped silhouette, at least 6 feet tall. But it wasn't just a man. Its arms were wrong. They stretched too wide. As the driver watched, frozen with fear, the figure unfurled enormous wings, spanning nearly the width of the road. Its eyes glowed a deep, unnatural red. The driver described a feeling of sheer paralysis. His body screamed at him to move, but he couldn't. All he could do was watch the winged figure bend its knees and then launched itself into the air with a single silent thrust. It disappeared into the treetops above. When he finally regained control of his body, the man drove home shaking, his knuckles white on the wheel. He told friends, but most didn't believe him. They said it must have been a bird, an owl maybe, a sandhill crane. But deep down, he knew what he'd seen was something else, something that carried with it a sense of pure dread. And that dread never left him. In recent years, the Michigan Mothman returned once again, this time along the shores of Lake Michigan. Beginning in 2017, reports started flooding in from Chicago, northern Indiana, Wisconsin, and southwest Michigan. Hundreds of them. And the descriptions? Nearly identical. A winged humanoid, standing 6 to 8 feet tall, a wingspan stretching 10, sometimes 12 feet, glowing red or orange eyes, and, as always accompanied by an overwhelming sense of terror. Along Michigan's shoreline, the stories spread. In Benton Harbor, a couple strolling by the water late at night said they suddenly felt the hair on their arms stand on end. They looked up, and there it was, a hulking shadow perched on a streetlight, wings curled around its body, its eyes glowing red in the pale light. And for a moment, it seemed to be staring directly at them. In late 2022, a witness from the Muskegon area on Michigan's Lake Michigan shore described a nightmare encounter from the fall of 2015, claiming that he saw a huge, black, enormous bat that took off from a telephone pole. Another mid-fall sighting in 2017 in southeast Michigan, a young man and his sister reported seeing a dark, red-eyed creature shoot into the sky like a literal bat out of hell. Reports came in from the Chicago Lake Michigan vicinity, December 6, 2019. A sighting near the O'Hare Airport was documented. Ongoing reports into 2024, a Chicago man reported having seen a winged humanoid from his 4th floor apartment window. Quite a few researchers, folklorists, and cryptid enthusiasts have speculated about a connection between the Mothman and the Native American Thunderbird legend. Now here's how the two line up and where they diverge. The Thunderbird is one of the most prominent figures in the indigenous traditions across North America, including the Great Lakes tribes. The Thunderbird is described as a massive bird with wings so large that thunder is created when it flaps and lightning flashes from its eyes, often seen as a powerful spirit or guardian, sometimes benevolent, sometimes destructive, associated with storms, war, and cosmic balance. Thunderbirds are said to dwell near the Great Lakes. Some oral traditions even describe giant bird-like creatures carrying off animals and people. The Mothman is often described as a tall, humanoid figure with a 10-foot wingspan and glowing red eyes, often described as a harbinger of disaster. Both are winged beings, often black or dark in appearance, with the wingspans far larger than natural birds. The Thunderbird is tied to lightning from its eyes, while the Mothman is said to have glowing red eyes. Both are supernatural. Both share a supernatural aura linked to vision and light. The Thunderbird can bring storms, destruction, or punishment. The Mothman appears as a harbinger of catastrophe, so we can clearly see the similarities. As the headlights fade along I-94 and the waves of Lake Michigan crash against the moonlit shore, remember this: the Mothman is never truly gone. Sightings come and go like shadows slipping between the trees, but the legend only grows stronger. From the back roads of West Virginia to the dark highways of Michigan, the story follows a pattern of warnings whispered in the night, glowing eyes cutting through the dark, wings so massive they blot out the stars. Maybe it's an omen. Maybe it's a creature of flesh and blood, older than our oldest myths. Or maybe it's something else entirely. A phantom pulled from our collective nightmares, feeding on our fear, showing itself only when disaster is near. So, the next time you're driving alone through the Michigan night, pay close attention to your rear view mirror. Watch the treetops. Listen for the rush of wings above your car. Because if the legends are true, the Mothman doesn't just appear in stories. He appears in moments of silence, when the road is empty, when you think you are safe. And if you see those burning red eyes staring back at you, it may have already been too late. Sleep tight, Michigan. The Mothman is out there, just waiting and watching. I didn't know of the legend, but I saw a movie on it once.
You did?
Yeah. In fact, it's called The Mothman Prophecies, and this was with Richard Gere, Laura Linney, Will Patton, and Deborah Messing. And this was back in 2002. I've seen it once, but we're going to have to watch this again.
I've never seen it.
Then we
Yeah.
have to watch it. I've seen it, but I saw it way back in the beginning of 2000.
Oh, okay.
So it's been a long time. And this movie claims to be based on actual events that occurred between November 1966 and December of 1967 in Point Pleasant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're going to dig this. Now, this was actually based on a book from 1975, also named Mothman Prophecies. It's pretty intense. It's a psychological horror.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's not a horror.
Well, we like
It's a horror.
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 I found it really interesting. I, myself, don't find moths particularly scary. So...
Maybe a 6 foot tall one you would.
Yeah, exactly. So the likelihood of somebody just picking a moth to be something scary is unlikely to me. So if they think they saw a giant moth-like man, I think they probably think that they saw a giant moth-like man.
Right. It's not something you're just going to pull out of your brain.
Right.
Right. And I wonder what the significance is with it being a moth.
Well,
Is it because a moth is a winged creature
of the night? Right. Flies silently, swoops in, attracted to light. Maybe it's attracted to headlights.
Maybe it needs to be seen for some reason for that particular person. We really need to re-watch the movie because there's, it's a prophecy.
Right.
We just watched some clips because I'm like, I know I've seen this movie. I knew Richard Gere was in it. I forgot about Laura Linney, which she is a phenomenal actress. And Deborah Messing actually did a really good job in this. But it's forewarning. It's a prophecy of there is death coming.
Death and doom, yeah.
Right. And so in the clips that we just watched, it keeps bothering. Keeps contacting him,
right.
Letting him know it's coming. It's this amount of people. It's this person. It's your wife. It's, that kind of a thing. And it's making him absolutely bonkers because the shit's coming true.
Right. And seemingly there's no way to stop it from happening.
There is no way to stop it.
It's very
Right.
similar to the Nain Rouge of Detroit, where the little red demon, every time this little red devil was seen, something bad would happen after that, a harbinger of catastrophe. So it's quite interesting.
Well, I would be scared of shit.
Yeah,
Like, what do you do? There's nothing you can do.
right.
I mean, you've got some 6-7 foot creature, black as night, swooping in, letting you know bad shit's coming.
Right. And I don't think I could easily write it off as, oh, it could have been a crane. Well, I've been very close to sandhill cranes. Yeah, they're big, but they're not 6 foot tall. Mm-hmm. And they're not shaped like a human.
Right.
They don't have that humanoid figure. So,
Well, there's been a lot of sightings. I mean, to the point
Right.
where it traveled up from West Virginia and kind of went straight up. So I wonder.
and pretty much everywhere there's been sightings all around the Great Lakes. So, which makes sense. I would think that, moths, their natural habitat, they like to be around the woods, the forests, water, everything that Michigan and the upper Midwest has,
Right. And of course, Chicago is right across the lake. Right. So Chicago, Indiana, all in the crook of Lake Michigan.
Right. Right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you said something about Ben.
Yeah, so Ben, our friend from Crossroads of Curiosity, him and I were messaging the other day, and I told him that I was doing the story on the Mothman, and he said that he had just recently saw something that at least one of the Chicago sightings they were able to debunk, and it was in fact a crane that was witnessed. Now, like I said, it seems hard to me to think that you saw a human being when you're looking at a bird because the shapes are quite different,
Well, I wonder if it's a tag on to the other sightings, right? How some people like to insert themselves. They want that 15 minutes of fame. People just like to do that kind of shit.
Right.
So I can see that, and then maybe it shook out that, oh no, it was a crane, because maybe they wanted more details.
Exactly, yeah.
That'd be interesting to know.
And then you have people that assign something to explain something that they don't understand, that what they saw. So they will attach it to something that makes sense to them in their brain. And then on the other side of that coin, you have people that will justify it by saying it is exactly something that makes sense. So we do that, human nature, we do that in both directions. We will make something up that our brain can believe.
Or that your brain can handle.
Yes, one way or the other. Does it make sense? No, it doesn't have to, but it explains what I saw in my head. Mm-hmm. Or I'm going to give it a reason that is easily acceptable. And I think the Mothman is probably right up there with the top 3 most well-known cryptids in Michigan. I would say the Michigan Dogman, and then you have Bigfoot, and then you have the Mothman. They're like the top 3 right there.
Mm-hmm. All very frightening.
All very frightening. And all associated with the wilderness.
We have a lot of that.
And we
here.
have a lot of wilderness in Michigan, don't we?
Yeah, we do. And the power of the Great Lakes.
And the power of the Great Lakes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a beautiful place to live.
It is a beautiful place, but it's also a very scary and ominous place, especially at night, with all the dark forests. I mean, it really taps into the unknown, the mystery of it, what we can't see, what we don't understand.
Things that come out at night, things that are camouflaged, things that are hiding in caves. We got lots of caves around here, too.
Got lots of caves, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or if they just, sleep in the trees at night and wrap their big wings around their body, who's going to see it?
Yeah, if they're completely still, you'd never know.
Mm-hmm. They could look like the tree.
Right. Well, moths are masters of disguise, too. They can blend in with their environment.
Right. And it comes out at night, so nobody really knows. Maybe the wings are designed like a camouflage of a tree or
Right.
whatever.
Right. Yeah, because what you see at night is usually going to appear dark. Maybe it's not dark at all.
Right.
Maybe it just appears dark because you're seeing it at night and you're seeing those red glowing eyes. That's all you're seeing.
Right. Even with a moth, right? If you
Yeah.
look at the bottom of a moth or a butterfly,
Yeah,
it's completely different than what the top looks like.
exactly.
Yeah, makes
Yep.
sense. Well, great story, hon.
Thank you. Thank you.
You want to close this out?
I sure do.
Wait a second.
What?
Before we go there,
Okay.
we should probably talk about,
Our
the show.
our live show, yes.
The big show.
So this is going to be happening tomorrow night at Awaken Haunted Attraction in Leslie, Michigan. If you have not gotten your tickets, now is the time to do it.
You have till 3 p.m. on Saturday.
Yep. The ticket box is going to close at 3 p.m. on Saturday. So if you don't have your tickets, you better get those now.
Get those now because our girl Christine and Nina, they're making a trip here from Florida just to be here for the show.
That's right.
Christine's got some fans.
Christine's got some fans. Everybody likes the New Yorker.
They do. And remember that guy that you used to run into who, when you worked at the place that shall not be named, he was a contractor or something, and he
Yeah.
never listened to podcasts or at least true crime.
Right.
And you turned him on to the show. What did he say?
He loves Christine. He loves her brashness, her New York style, the no bullshit type
Yeah.
attitude that Christine has. That's for sure.
And she's funner and shit.
She
right
is-
off the cuff. I
oh
love
my
it.
God! And when she gets to laughing, you cannot help but laugh along with her. It's contagious.
Oh God, help us if she loses her shit on stage, we're all gonna lose it. Us on stage and you guys in the audience.
Right.
Yeah. So it's truly going to be a really good night to remember, and hopefully a night to that you guys will want more of.
Yeah.
We'll do more shows.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I know Brian would like to do that, so that'd be cool.
Right.
This is our test run, but we are ready. We are prepared.
And we're going to have all kinds of cool merch for the podcast there.
Yeah.
So that's going to be cool.
And it's cool. It's merch that you have never seen anything like it before,
Right.
right?
Yep.
So we talked about that when we were at the Festival of Oddities. People were turning their heads left and right.
Yeah.
It's cool shit.
Yeah. We just had a couple of shirts made up, and we got a lot of comments. A lot of people wanted to know where to get them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now where to get them. You can get them at our show.
Right?
Yep.
It's a twofer. Come to the show, get some merch.
Right.
And plus, Brian's done a really great job. So he's got an amazing stage, amazing lights, and he's worked really hard for us too. So we're
Right.
really thankful.
Very excited about his. So the following weekend is the opening of Awaken Haunt. And so that's really cool too. And we are definitely going to do our very best to make sure we're present for that too.
Oh, we're definitely going to be there.
Yep.
Because it's also the day of the Hell Run.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, hell and back. If anybody's got a Jeep, get on Awaken Haunted Attraction. He's still got some tickets available for that.
Right.
So it's an all-day thing. We start in one place. So it starts at Boss Cider.
Right.
Everybody does their registration. You always get a really killer goodie bag. You get your little punch ticket, and there's stops along the way,
All the way to hell.
all the way to hell.
All the way to hell
And back.
Yep.
And you gotta, and it's the right thing to do to purchase something, get a drink, get an appetizer at these places, collect your little dock,
Yeah. Support the local community.
support, right?
Yep.
Yep. And
Yeah,
then,
it's always a fun thing to do. Well, I say always. We've only been
We've done
on
it
one,
once. We did
one
it
Jeep
once.
run, but it was a ball. It was
was
fun.
great.
And you get to meet all kinds of new and really, really cool, nice people too.
yeah, and the thing is that everybody's so happy. It's nice in this day and age with all the nonsense going around to actually do something with a large group of people where it's kind of like being at a concert.
Right.
Everyone's like-minded. Everybody's so hyped, and it's,
It's a community mindset,
Yeah.
you know?
yeah, it's super fun. And then you end up back at Awaken Haunted Attraction, right? And so everybody who gets their card punched, you got to go to all the stops. Come back, turn in your card. They put it in a raffle, and Brian always has killer killer prizes.
Right.
Killer prizes. So, and then stick around and go through the haunted house.
Yes.
That shit's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I'm going to be scared. I'm going to be running in place. You better not leave me.
I will not leave you.
Oh my God.
I'll have a firm grip on you.
Yeah. And we have some friends that are actually characters. And wow, their characters are bananas.
Bananas.
Super scary.
Super. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm kind of nervous a little bit.
I'm nervous as hell.
Well, I don't scare easy, but I startle pretty good. So.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, the last haunted house I was at was in Church Street Station years ago. I told you about that, where Leatherface cranked up his chainsaw right in my ear.
Right.
Scared the shit out of me. I ran in place. I fell, just like in the movies. I think those girls are stupid. I did it too. So it happens. It's a real thing. Chased me down the street.
Chased you down the street.
I was freaking crying.
Aww.
I was crying. I was scared as shit. I was scared, the most scared I've ever been, to be honest. So I'm really nervous. So you got to make sure I don't have a knee-jerk response and hit somebody.
Okay.
Because that's not cool. They don't touch you.
Yeah.
They get close to you, but nobody touches you. And nobody should ever touch them.
Right.
Period. End of story.
Yep.
So.
Very excited. Very excited. We got a couple real fun weeks coming up.
Yeah, we got some good weeks coming up. I'm very excited about it. So anyway, you want to sign us out now, hon?
Sure. You better lock your doors. You better lock your windows. And you might want to check under your bed.
And if I see that Mothman under there, I'm going to chuck some mothballs at him.
There you go.
Well, thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. And we will see you at Awaken Haunted Attraction on Saturday, tomorrow.
See you on Saturday.
Whispers on the water, shadows in the trees, stories born at midnight, carried on the breeze. Michigan folklore, fables untold, dark tales linger, chilling and cold. Echoes of secrets the night can't hide. Legends of the mitten where fear resides. From lakeshore graves to forest floor, ghosts and monsters at your door. Hear the whispers, heed the call. The mitten holds the darkest of all. Michigan folklore.